Russia, a vast land spanning 11 time zones, holds a powerful presence on the world stage. It is a permanent member of the UN Security Council, wielding considerable influence in global affairs. Its military might is undeniable, with a nuclear arsenal that commands respect and caution. Culturally, Russia boasts a rich history of literature, music and ballet, leaving an indelible mark on the world. From space exploration to energy production, Russia's contributions resonate globally. In Moscow and St. Petersburg, Russia's imperial past meets modern extravagance. These two cities, each with its own unique charm and history, stand as testaments to the country's rich cultural heritage and its rapid modernization. Moscow, the bustling capital, is a city where ancient cathedrals and Soviet-era monuments coexist with cutting-edge architecture and vibrant nightlife. St. Petersburg, often referred to as the cultural capital, is renowned for its stunning palaces, world-class museums, and elegant canals that evoke the grandeur of its imperial past. Skyscrapers pierce the sky, housing the offices of powerful corporations and the opulent apartments of the elite. In Moscow, the skyline is dominated by towering structures like the Federation Tower and the Mercury City Tower, symbols of the city's economic prowess. St. Petersburg, while more reserved in its architectural ambitions, still boasts impressive high-rises that reflect its growing importance as a business hub. These modern edifices stand in stark contrast to the historic buildings that surround them, creating a unique blend of old and new. Luxury cars glide through the streets, a testament to the vast wealth concentrated in the hands of a few. In Moscow, it's not uncommon to see Rolls-Royces, Bentleys and Lamborghinis cruising down Tverskaya Street, while in St. Petersburg, Nevsky Prospect is the preferred avenue for showcasing high-end vehicles. These cars, often driven by the city's elite, are more than just modes of transportation. They are status symbols that reflect the owner's success and affluence. High-end boutiques showcase designer labels, catering to the discerning tastes of Russia's nouveau riche. In Moscow, the gum department store and the luxury shopping district of Stoleshnikov Lane are home to brands like Chanel, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton. St. Petersburg's Bolshaya Konyushinaya Street offers a similar shopping experience with upscale stores that attract both locals and tourists. These boutiques are not just places to shop, they are destinations in their own right, offering a glimpse into the lavish lifestyles of their patrons. Yachts bob in marinas, symbols of a life of leisure and privilege enjoyed by a select few. In Moscow, the Royal Yacht Club is a popular spot for the city's wealthy to dock their vessels, while in St. Petersburg, the River Yacht Club offers a picturesque setting for luxury boats. These yachts, often equipped with the latest amenities and technologies, are more than just recreational vehicles. They are floating palaces that provide their owners with a private escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. As the sun sets over the water, the sight of these magnificent boats serves as a reminder of the stark contrasts that define these two iconic cities. For over 2 decades, one figure has dominated Russian politics, carefully cultivating an image of strength and stability. His tenure has been marked by both economic growth and increasing authoritarianism, a paradox that defines modern Russia. While his supporters praise his leadership and vision, critics point to human rights violations and the suppression of dissent. The leader's legacy remains a subject of intense debate, both within Russia and on the international stage. Beyond the glittering facades of Moscow and St. Petersburg lies a different Russia, a land of vast distances and harsh realities. Millions of ordinary Russians grapple with poverty, unemployment, and a crumbling infrastructure. Life in the provinces can be a daily struggle, far removed from the opulence enjoyed by the elite. The gap between rich and poor has widened in recent years, creating a sense of resentment and social tension. Winter in Russia is a formidable force, with temperatures plummeting to bone-chilling lows. For many, particularly in rural areas, heating their homes is a constant challenge. Fuel is expensive, and many rely on burning wood for warmth, a laborious and often dangerous task. The elderly and those living in poverty are particularly vulnerable to the cold, facing health risks and isolation during the long winter months. Section 6. Community Bonds, Lifeline and Hardship. Despite the hardships, a strong sense of community persists in Russia. Neighbors help each other, sharing resources and providing support during difficult times. Volunteer organizations provide essential services, such as delivering food and medicine to the elderly and those in need. Community buses, often the only mode of transportation in remote areas, connect villages and towns, fostering a sense of connection and solidarity. Section 7. Economic Realities, a nation's burden. Russia's economy, heavily reliant on oil and gas exports, has been battered by sanctions and fluctuating global energy prices. The ruble's value has plummeted, leading to inflation and a decline in living standards for many. Basic necessities like food and medicine have become increasingly expensive, putting a strain on household budgets. The economic uncertainty has fueled anxiety and discontent, particularly among the most vulnerable segments of society. Section 8. The Great Divide: Opulence versus Austerity. The contrast between the opulent lifestyles of the Russian elite and the struggles of ordinary citizens is stark and unsettling. In the heart of Moscow, luxury cars glide past opulent mansions, symbols of immense wealth and power. Yet, just a few hundred miles away, in the small towns and rural areas, life tells a very different story. Here, people hustle in crowded street markets trying to make ends meet. While some enjoy unimaginable wealth and privilege, dining at high-end restaurants and spending leisurely days on private yachts, others face a daily struggle for survival. The disparity is not just in material wealth, but in the quality of life and opportunities available. Others struggle to put food on the table and heat their homes. In many parts of Russia, families rely on food assistance programs and use firewood to keep warm during the harsh winters. The basic necessities that many take for granted are a constant challenge for these individuals. This disparity fuels resentment and social unrest, as people take to the streets to voice their frustrations. Protests and public arguments are becoming more common, reflecting the growing discontent among the population. The sense of injustice and inequality is palpable, and it is driving a wedge between different segments of society, posing a challenge to Russia's long-term stability. The presence of police and military forces on the streets is a stark reminder of the government's efforts to maintain control. However, the empty, desolate urban areas are a testament to the underlying issues that remain unaddressed. The social fabric is fraying, and the long-term stability of the nation is at risk. The Kremlin's tight grip on power and control of information only exacerbates the situation. By controlling the narrative and suppressing dissent, the government aims to project an image of strength and stability. However, this approach often backfires, leading to further alienation and distrust among the populace, creating an environment of fear and uncertainty. People live in constant fear of repercussions for speaking out, and the pervasive sense of surveillance adds to the anxiety. The somber faces in the crowd and the cautious glances over shoulders are indicative of a society on edge, where fear and uncertainty have become the norm. Section 9. A Future Uncertain. Russia's Crossroads. Russia stands at a crossroads, grappling with economic challenges, social divisions, and the legacy of its Soviet past. The country is vast, rich in natural resources, and has a storied history that has shaped its current identity. Yet it faces numerous hurdles that make its future uncertain. The remnants of the Soviet era are still visible in the architecture, the monuments, and even in the collective memory of its people. This legacy is a double-edged sword, providing a sense of identity and continuity, but also posing challenges in moving forward. The path forward is uncertain, marked by both opportunities and risks. On one hand, there is potential for economic growth, technological advancement, and increased global influence. On the other hand, there are significant risks, including political instability, economic downturns, and social unrest. The resilience of the Russian people, their ability to adapt and survive through difficult times, is a testament to their strength. From bustling markets to various professions, the daily life of Russians is a blend of tradition and modernity. Their strong sense of community, especially in rural areas, is a cornerstone of Russian society. People come together to support one another, whether in times of celebration or hardship. This communal spirit is a source of hope and resilience. The rich cultural heritage of Russia, from traditional dances and festivals to the deep-rooted influence of the Russian Orthodox Church, offers a sense of continuity and identity. These cultural elements are not just relics of the past, but are actively celebrated and cherished. However, addressing the deep-seated issues of inequality, corruption, and political repression is essential for Russia to achieve its full potential. Protests and demonstrations are a sign of the growing discontent among the populace, who yearn for a more just and equitable society. The government faces the daunting task of reforming institutions and policies to better serve its citizens. This includes tackling corruption, ensuring fair political representation, and creating an environment where all citizens can thrive. Ultimately, the goal is to secure a prosperous and equitable future for all its citizens. Families enjoying a day in the park and children playing in schoolyards symbolize the hope and potential that lies ahead. With the right choices and reforms, Russia can navigate its crossroads and build a brighter future for generations to come.